We now have North Korea saying that the U.S. is preparing for nuclear war. And they are saying that the positioning of certain troops in Australia is proof of this. Now they're saying that they have amassed more military hardware and troops in Australia, more that has ever been seen since the end of World War II. And they're stating that they're mounting up to do something on their country. They see it coming. And although there's been no talk that the U.S. is going to drop a nuke. It's always them threatening to nuke other countries. Now we are approaching this window that China had talked about in terms of them testing a nuclear device. And we have this armada that was just joined by 2 Japanese destroyers. And who knows how many subs they have lurking out there in the water. But this is now right off the Korean Peninsula, getting very near North Korea. You have to think that once they are positioned in the waterways off the eastern coast of North Korea, that they're not going to be able to launch these missile tests and get them to go as far as they were, like right off the coast of Japan. If they now have warships sitting there, they could use that and say, hey, they just fired right at us, and then respond. Or if they try to pull off an underground test, we're going to see this register as a 4 to 5 magnitude earthquake. And those are things to look for. Now, it's in my opinion, at this point, when you've got a huge armada rolling right up on your doorstep, this isn't the time to be conducting any tests. Hopefully they freeze. They don't do any kind of testing whatsoever. But they're stating that the United States seems to be posturing with troops and equipment because these huge carriers have been pulling into South Korea, unloading big equipment. And they think that there's going to be some kind of ground force that's going to make a move from South Korea into North Korea after some sort of move is made. But they keep going on, obviously, with their saber rattling here. And now they're trying to say that America is preparing for nuclear war. Well, where it sits thus far, this Carl Vinson is very near this Korean Peninsula at this point, along with a lot of other equipment. And it'll be an interesting next couple of days, see how the whole thing pans out, and if we get any information as to how long they're going to be stationed in this area. They sit there for a week or two, just waiting to see if they test anything, and if they do. So, all I can do is continue to update with more information as things break, so make sure to stay tuned for more. Make sure you're following me on Twitter. It's @Dabu7 on Twitter. And the latest here is more rhetoric out of North Korea as this U.S. Armada approaches the Korean Peninsula. This has been Dabu7. Peace.